The man spat into the sea and said, "Whoever can hold their breath the longest, the 10,000 prize is theirs." 3 men and 4 women squeezed into an iron cage filled with seawater. At that moment, the water level was still 20 centimeters below the bars of the cage, and the participants were all feeling quite relaxed. Some of them were floating, supported by the water, while others hung directly onto the iron bars. But just 20 minutes later, the water level had risen by 16 centimeters, leaving only 4 centimeters between the water and the top of the bars. Everyone quickly pressed their bodies tightly against the bars. However, the sun above was so blinding that it made it nearly impossible to keep their eyes open, which made things even more difficult. Before long, the woman with the headband couldn't take it anymore, and she plunged into the water, swimming toward the shore. Now there were only 3 men and 3 women left. With the seawater up to their noses, the participants clung tightly to the bars, protecting their noses. This was the key to winning. Whoever could keep breathing the longest would have the best chance of winning. Suddenly, the woman in the red shirt couldn't manage to protect herself in time and had to quit the competition. At this point, the water was right up against the bars, threatening to rush into their nostrils at any moment. The competition had completely turned into a test of breath-holding endurance. But the woman in the purple shirt still couldn't hold on, and the man in the black pants was still struggling in the water. He had hooked his legs around the iron bars, his whole body hanging from them. But even so, this didn't buy him much more air, and before long he gave up. Now only 1 man and 1 woman remained, and the eliminated participants gathered around to watch. Each of them eagerly awaited to see who would win. The 2 remaining contestants released a burst of water from their noses with each breath they took. The woman in the green shirt, relying on her lighter body, had managed to hang entirely from the iron bars. The bearded man, on the other hand, was only using his arms to grip the bars, his body floating in the water, looking calm and composed. Before long, the water level passed over both of their noses, and the competition had turned into an all-out breath-holding battle. 5 minutes passed, and they both maintained their original positions, motionless. Unfortunately, the woman in the green shirt couldn't outlast the bearded man's lung capacity, and she finally lost. The bearded man had endured for a full 90 minutes. If it were you, how long could you last?